Welcome to the Texas Association for College Admission Counseling Virtual College Fair. We're really excited to have you here participating today. We have some fantastic schools here with us. My name is Nashira, and I'll be your facilitator. Before we get started, a few housekeeping items. Your camera and microphone are off, so the panelists cannot see or hear you. You can use the Q&A button on your screen to type your questions to our presenters at any time. This is just one of many different sessions happening, so be sure to check out the schedule on the website. This presentation is being recorded and will be available at strivescan.com/Texas. I'd now like to turn it over to our first presenter at the University of South Florida.
Thank you. My screen here. All righty. Well, good evening, everyone. Thank you for joining today. I'm going to be talking about the University of South Florida. Just to introduce myself, my name is Chrissy Pugh. I use she, her pronouns, and I'm the Regional Recruiter Advisor for the state of Texas. And I'm excited to be here with you guys tonight. So just as an overview of USF, we were founded in 1956. So we are a young university. And though we are young, we do maintain an overall enrollment of around 50,000 students. Even though we are a large public institution, we still have an average class size of around 33 students. So similar to what you see in high school. USF does really pride itself on diversity, with 41% of our students coming from diverse backgrounds. And we do have students from all 50 states and 145 different countries. We do offer close to 200 majors and concentrations across our 14 academic colleges. So odds are, whatever it is you're looking for to study, we probably have it at USF. We are America's fastest rising university, so we are ranked number 46 by US News and World Report, and we are very proud of this fact. So fastest rising just means we are quickly rising in the rankings, and that shows that we are on the right trajectory to make our way to the top. So it's a very exciting time to be a part of USF. So USF is one university geographically distributed. So when I say University of South Florida, USF, I'm referring to all three of our campus locations in Tampa, St. Petersburg, and Sarasota, Manatee. Each campus offers something a little bit different, a little bit unique. You actually get to decide which campus you want when you apply. So our Tampa campus, where lives live larger, it is the biggest of the three campuses. So it houses a majority of our academic colleges, majors, and student organizations. So if you're looking for kind of a large public institution feel, this is the campus for you. If you're looking for something a little bit smaller, I'd recommend St. Petersburg, where city meets sand. This is a beautiful beachfront town. So if you are interested in outdoor recreation or just going to the beach, or maybe you want to study marine science, this would be a really great campus for you. And lastly, Sarasota, Manatee, the smallest of the three, only has a couple thousand students. So think private school feel, but for a public school price. But again, you get to pick whichever campus you want. As far as student life, we do have over 1,000 student organizations and on-campus events each year, so you definitely won't get bored on campus. And we are at NCAA Division I athletics, so we play in the American Conference, and we actually do share a football stadium with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, so the NFL stadium, the Raymond James Stadium, that's where the Bucs play, that's where the Bulls play. So it's a really fun, it makes for a fun game day experience. If you're interested in sports, but maybe don't want to play at that D1 level, we do have our recreation and intramural sports team. So this is one of our highlighted student organizations. And my personal favorite fun fact, there is a Publix on campus. So Publix, very popular grocery store chain in the South, especially in Florida, and it's very convenient for our students to have one in their backyard. Switching gears now to some freshman admissions information. So you can complete our application one of three ways: the Common App, Coalition app, or our USF admissions website. And our application is very straightforward. We just need three things: $30 application fee or an application fee waiver, your high school transcripts, and your official ACT or SAT test scores. Once you submit those three things, your application is complete and we will review it. From this, you can see that our application is strictly based on academic credentials. So that means your GPA and your test score do hold a lot of weight in this admissions decision process. As far as tuition and fees go, as an out-of-state student, you're looking at around $17,000 for the academic year. But when you include tuition and fees, housing, meals, books, supplies, and other expenses, you're looking to closer to $35,000, which Yes, $35,000 is a large sum of money. However, when you compare that to other institutions, you'll find that our rates are extremely competitive, even for our out-of-state students. We have some of the lowest tuition rates in the country, and our rates are often the same, if not lower, than some of the in-state institutions. So cost of attendance, definitely something to consider because this is going to be a reoccurring expense for the next 4 to 5 years. One of the ways in which to offset that tuition cost is going to be through scholarships, and we do offer these for our out-of-state students. All of our scholarships are merit-based, which means if you have the GPA and you have the test score and you've applied by the deadline, you're automatically going to get the scholarship associated with that GPA and test score. So you'll see here at the bottom our non-Florida residents, our out-of-state students. It starts with our Green and Gold Scholars Waiver at a 3.5 GPA and a 1210 or a 25 ACT with $6,000 per year, and then it goes up with our Director and our Presidential Waiver. You'll see it has a yearly amount and also a 4-year total amount, because once you get this scholarship, you can maintain it all 4 years. And lastly, winding down with some application deadlines, our application is currently open and our priority application completion deadline is December 1st. That's a big deadline I want you guys to remember. This is not binding, this is not early action, this is simply a priority deadline, and it gives you your best chance of admission as well as campus selection. If you don't meet that December 1st deadline, don't panic. You do have until January 15th. That's our next big deadline. That's our application completion deadline for those admission scholarships I just spoke on. So you have to apply by January 15th to be considered. However, if you apply by December 1st, you don't even have to worry about that. Last big deadline, May 1st, admissions deposit deadline. That's the last day for you guys to tell us if you want to be a part of this Bulls family. So I know that was a lot of information I threw at you guys. We are having a virtual open house on Saturday, October 30th. So I'll put that link in the chat as well as my contact information. And thank you guys so much for listening, and go Bulls.
Thank you so much, USF. We will now have the University of Mississippi.
Hi guys, my name is Rocky Forson. There are 2 of us here in the chat. So I want to also throw Patrick. Say hi, Patrick.
Hello, everyone.
So that we can answer all your questions about the University of Mississippi. Both of us are located in Oxford I'm sorry. Both of us are located in Texas. So you end up having one of us that is going to be your contact for the University of Mississippi. And I cover Texas that is not Dallas, Fort Worth, and Austin, and Patrick covers Dallas, Fort Worth, and Austin. So that is the 2 of us in our territories. So Ole Miss is located in the absolutely best college town, Oxford, Mississippi. It's located in northern Mississippi, only about an hour south of Memphis, Tennessee. The entire city's population is about 27,000, and it was literally founded with the idea that it would host the flagship of Mississippi. It is a absolutely cosmopolitan small town, and it's a really easy kind of place to be able to feel at home whenever you walk on campus. Student life and traditions at Ole Miss are huge. They're a big part of what we do. Because we are in the small town of Oxford, we do have a great desire for our students to connect, and student life is how we do it. We have over 400 student organizations, and about half of our students are involved in fraternity and sorority life. So it's something that we are known for, as well as something that we are always looking to expand and have our students be part of it. The colleges at the university are the Patterson School of Accountancy. It is one college with one major, or one school with one major, so that you get the opportunity to completely be able to immerse in everything that college can offer. And they're also have the best resources available, because there's only one major for the school to help with. So it's something that you will get the best kind of opportunities. School of Applied Sciences are when we use science to help people. So this is something like nutrition, criminal justice, exercise science, the things like that are a little bit more science-based, but in helping the human population. School of Business Administration is one of our larger colleges. We are a top 50 public business school with direct admit into business administration, in case you're interested in studying that. The School of Education is something that we're very for in Mississippi. We are the largest producer of teachers in Mississippi, but since we're in Texas, it's a little bit different. School of Engineering, we are a tier 1 research institution with 10 different engineering programs, ABET accredited, so that if you are interested in being involved in those, that's something you absolutely should look into. Again, direct admit as long as you meet minimum requirements. General studies is sort of where our undeclared students go until they can figure it out. And then they will generally choose another major or remain in the college or the general studies opportunities with an interdisciplinary major that you can graduate with. College of Liberal Arts is our largest our school, and it does have lots of majors from the fine arts to the humanities, the natural sciences, and the social sciences. So you can find a lot of what you're looking for in there, some of the most popular college programs. School of Journalism and New Media is a very much quickly growing school. Integrated marketing and communications is one of the most popular majors within there. It is something that it is marketing and communications, but with the ability to specialize and enhance your opportunities in creative ways. School of Pharmacy, we're a top 25 pharmacy school with opportunities for direct admit. So that's really great. Some of our special programs that we have: Arabic and Chinese flagship, Center for Intelligence and Security Studies, that's going to prepare you for a career in the FBI or CIA, or any of the other intelligence communities. The Center for Manufacturing Excellence is the only program of its kind in the United States that brings business and manufacturing together into one school. Croft Institute for International Studies, Mississippi Excellence in Teaching, the Honors College, and the Trent Lott Public Policy and Leadership Institute are some of the other special programs. Housing, all freshmen live on campus at Ole Miss. It's something that we absolutely recommend. It's something that we absolutely love, and our students do as well. It's one of the best ways to get to know people. The most popular dorms on our campus are the traditional halls. So those are the ones that have been around the longest, and they also have the more traditional style where there's a bathroom down the hall that you're sharing. Hey, I always say it's a great way to meet people whenever you're brushing your teeth together. Financial aid and scholarships, about 80% of our freshmen do come in with scholarships. And so that is something that's super big. Some of our scholarships are here with automatic scholarships here. Applying is quick and easy on Common App or our personal app, and we would love to have you come visit us.
Well, thank you, Ole Miss. So we'll now have the University of Alabama.
Hi, everyone. My name is Abby Burchall. I am the Dallas and East Texas representative for the University of Alabama. And I am so excited to talk to you today about what Alabama could mean for you and how to find your place at the capstone. So the University of Alabama is the capstone institution for the state. And so with that comes a lot of really great things that we can talk about this evening. As you can see, UA draws students from across the country. Nearly 60% of our students are from out of state, with Texas being the most Bama-bound state in the country. And Tuscaloosa is a really easy trip from DFW. Oh, it seems I'm having trouble with my screen share. I apologize. I'm going to try that again. Okay, hopefully I am screen sharing now. But like I was saying, Tuscaloosa is a really easy direct flight from DFW, or it's a pretty quick drive. You just get on I-20 and you go for about 9 hours, and it gets really pretty. Since its founding in 1831, the University of Alabama has been committed to excellence and innovation through teaching, research, and service. UA has also been a leader among institutions of higher education, both in the South and across the nation throughout its history. Balancing academic exploration with community-driven traditions, UA is committed to supporting its students both during and after their time at the capstone, as demonstrated by its many campus and alumni programs. Moreover, the university's continued success in multiple areas of student life demonstrates its commitment to ongoing excellence in and out of the classroom. We at UA boast many award-winning colleges and programs, and just as a couple of examples, our Department of Advertising and Public Relations was recently named top in the nation, and then our School of Law is number 12 among public universities overall. But in addition to those nationally ranked programs, we also boast R1 level programs in engineering, education, human sciences, social work, library science, nursing, health sciences, communication, and the humanities. Whatever your passion is, there's a program at UA that can help guide you toward excellence. So let's talk a little bit more about the nuts and bolts of how you apply to the University of Alabama. For fall 2022, we are test optional. And so students can choose to submit a test score, but they are not required to. You can find us either on our website or on the Common App. It doesn't help or hurt you, so whichever platform works best. And then we will also require an official transcript from the student's high school, and then we will give you a login where you can kind of check the progress of your application. But then scholarships, we actually have two major tiers of out-of-state scholarships, and we really enjoy the affordability of our out-of-state experience. So our competitive scholarships don't require any kind of academic qualifications. They instead are based on a holistic review process that draws from leadership, honors, employment, extraordinary circumstances, extracurriculars, whatever it is that is outside of school that makes a student themselves and really gives us some context of who they are and what they could bring to our campus community. Those scholarships value from $8,000 all the way up to the cost of tuition, and test scores are not considered in the review for those scholarships. And then for automatic merit scholarships, they value from $8,000 all the way to $28,000, and they're automatic upon admission to the university and the submission of a qualifying test score. And you can see a table with those values on our scholarships website, but you must meet those eligibility requirements. If you plug in a test score and a student's high school GPA, those values alongside the competitive scholarships are both renewable for all 4 years that a student would be with us. And so the higher they would get on either of these charts, the closer they would get to a full ride. But part of the fun of college is also discovering who you are, not only professionally, but also personally. We actually have over 600 organizations on campus that range from Greek life to intramural club sports to lettuce eating is even a club that we have. So there's really something for everyone on our campus. You can see a couple examples of our campus life on this slide, but you can also check out at the source UA for more information. We also have 34 residence halls on our campus with a wide variety of layout and cost. You can read more about each dorm style in our hall comparison chart on our housing website. So what does life look like for Bama grads? Well, in partnership with our extensive alumni network, UA ranks #1 among SEC schools and #2 among all US colleges and universities in terms of internship placement. So we really get our students where they need to go. 65% of our graduates move directly into full-time employment, and 20% continue their education into advanced degrees. Our students really are legends with no limits. If this has piqued your interest and you have the time and ability, I really encourage you to visit UA. You can either register for a campus tour or one of our University Days programs at visit.ua.edu. Once you have a travel plan, send me or your other Texas recruiter an email, and we would love to help set up a personalized visit to help connect you with our campus. Here's my contact information. Feel free to send me an email with any questions I can answer, and I really look forward to hearing from you. So all that's left to say, really, I suppose, is thanks and roll tide.
Thank you, University of Alabama. We'll now have Rollins College.
Well, thanks very much for that. My name is Frank Thomas, he, him, his. I'm from Rollins College in Winter Park, Orlando, Florida. A quick and special shout out to the Aikens Eagles in Austin. I used to work at your high school, so it's nice to be back with all of you again. Rollins is a college of liberal arts, and we are located in Winter Park, just north of downtown Orlando, Florida. You might see it on the right side of the screen there off in the distance. About 20 minutes away from downtown Orlando, about 45 minutes away from the theme park. And we are Florida's oldest college. So we've been providing this liberal arts education in the South for almost a century and a half. And if you're not sure what a college of liberal arts is, we are still providing more than 60 different areas of study for you, but we are focused on providing you an overall education. In fact, I like to tell students that we're preparing you not just for your first job, but also for your last job. Because of several things you're going to hear me say today, we are consistently ranked by US News and World Report as the #1 regional university in the South. We are Florida's oldest college, so about half of our students are coming to us from Florida, and the rest are coming from more than 40 states and 60 countries around the world. More than a quarter of our students identify as students of color, and we're rapidly making our campus and our faculty and staff more reflective of Orange County and of the state of Florida. And the key to a liberal arts education at Rollins is what we call the Rollins Gateway, not only symbolic of the architecture on our campus, but of the path that you'll take through your education at Rollins. This incorporates a multidisciplinary, future-proof education, but also our programs that get you out there into the world right away and get you in action in liberal arts with a focus on mentorship that lead to the results that you're looking for. We are a small college with about 2,100 students, so smaller than many of your high schools are, with a small student to faculty ratio and small average class sizes. So if you're looking for an environment where your faculty members will know your name, and you will probably know the names of their pets because you'll see them walking their dogs on campus, this is the kind of environment that can fit for you. Something special about our Rollins education is our focus on student faculty research, where students propose lines of research, find a cooperating faculty member, and the college will fund both of those people with a stipend over the summer so that they can conduct research in any of the fields of study that we offer. Not only the white lab coat research fields, but also communications, political science, even theater and arts. So this is a tremendous opportunity for you to graduate with research experience, mentorship from your professors, and even be a published author. You are going to focus on your major course of study, that thing that goes on your diploma with your graduation, but the real excitement and flexibility in your degree comes in our foundation and liberal arts classes and our elective classes, where you can really customize and tailor your degree to make your future happen. Study abroad is a huge part of how we get you into action at Rollins. 3 out of 4 students will study abroad at one point in their careers. You'll still graduate on time, and your financial aid package goes with you on your first study abroad program to help make that more affordable for you. We offer many other ways for you to get in action while you are at Rollins, including our Spark Day, which happens during orientation week and is a service project in the Orlando area to spark in you that interest, that passion and desire to get engaged with the community around you. More than 100 student organizations, and it's very easy to start one if you don't see one that you like on campus, including 13 Greek organizations, student media that includes our radio station, our newspaper, and our creative writing magazine. We are a Division II college for our sports, and most of our land-based sports do offer scholarships. If you're interested in playing a varsity sport, we recommend that you contact the coaches of those sports as early as your junior year. All of this leads to that question, though, of why Rollins, and it's because of one of the highest placement rates in the country. 97% of our graduates are working in graduate school or have made other plans within 12 months of graduation. It's because of our close relationship with some of the biggest employers in the world and the most prestigious graduate schools in the world that our students have this opportunity to hit the ground running. And don't forget about the city of Orlando. It's much, much more than theme parks. It is one of the best cities to start a new business, one of the best places for college internships and for recent college graduates, and the #2 most fun city in America, right there after Las Vegas. When you are applying for admission, we are on the Common Application, the Coalition app, and we have our own online application, and we try to make this as easy as possible for you. There is no application fee. There is no formal essay required. There is no testing required, and you are automatically considered for merit-based scholarships when you apply for admission. So all of that means if you're interested in Rollins, there's really no reason not to apply. We have been test optional for almost 15 years now. So it's not a recent change for us, and we're very familiar with taking you through this process. If you're not sure whether test optional might be right for you, talk to your admissions counselor. That's my email address over my shoulder, and I've put my contact information into the chat also. We do offer early decision, and that early decision is a binding agreement that says if we offer you admission early, you will accept that offer. That deadline is coming up on November 15th, and you can see several of the advantages on the screen of early decision. Just remember, you can't hold on to that decision and compare it to regular decision offers because you have to accept that much earlier in the process. Keep that November 15th date in mind because it's our early decision deadline. It's my dad's birthday, and it is also our priority scholarship deadline for regular decision. So keep all of those dates in mind. And lastly, almost all of our students are receiving some form of financial aid from us. Make sure that you complete the FAFSA so we can consider you for everything when you apply for admission. Thanks very much for your time.
Thank you, Rollins College. We will now have Loyola University, New Orleans.
Thank you. My name is Ricky Alarcon with Loyola University, New Orleans. I am an assistant director of admissions located in the city of Dallas, but I cover all of Texas. And so I'm going to talk a little bit about my institution. We are a small private liberal arts institution located in the city of New Orleans. This next few slides will kind of break down the stats of our campus. Roughly about 3,200 students call Loyola home. We offer about 120 different degree programs here on our campus. And so again, a Jesuit private Catholic institution, but we are welcoming to all students from all different backgrounds and faiths. And this is our slide of our incoming class of fall 2021. And as you can see, the female male breakdown, students of color, we do again, attract students. I think it's the vibrant city of New Orleans, the great food, great culture, festivals, of course. And, 53% of our students do come from out of state. In Texas, we do love Texans here in Loyola. Our campus is located in the uptown area of New Orleans, and it's actually located across the street from Audubon Park. So if you can see our map here, the French Quarter up here in the upper right-hand corner, you take St. Charles Street, and you can see our campus located right there, about 20 to 25 minutes from the downtown area. Audubon Park houses the local zoo. It's a big green space. There's houses a golf course there. So students can run or walk, take a jog before or after class, or maybe just grab a book and just relax, afterwards. So again, great neighborhood area. I mentioned we are a Jesuit college, and being a Jesuit school, we pride ourselves on having our Jesuit education. Basically, you might hear a lot of, when you come to campus, cura personalis, which basically is Latin for care for the whole person. So basically, when students come here to our campus, we want them to become great communicators, great critical thinkers. They want them to kind of leave here not only with great knowledge, but also mature and grow in social awareness, social activities, and just be aware of that. So when they leave our campus, they become great stewards wherever they wind up going. Our academic programs are divided into 3 different colleges. We have the College of Music and Media, which we're probably mostly known for. This houses our music department, our traditional music, vocal, performance, but also has a couple of programs that are kind of hard to find, such as our jazz studies, music industry studies. We do offer a hip hop and R&B for those content creators and beat makers. Filmmaking, our mass communications and journalism program is also housed in that department. Number 2 is probably our business school. We are a port city, so trade, commerce, very big, a big part of our economy here. So management, accounting, entrepreneurship are some big majors in that department. 3rd is probably our sciences. We do offer marine biology here, biology, chemistry, direct entry into nursing. And we just added that for this fall. And of course, you can do the pre-med, pre-health track to any of those to get you ready for medical school. 4 psychology, 5 criminology. So those are our top 5 programs. But again, being a liberal arts school, we do encourage our students to double major, maybe add minors to your program. So if there's other passions that students have, we definitely want you to encourage you to kind of go out and we can kind of build a program that fits your needs. So I just kind of go in the next few slides about our business school, our arts and sciences. We do offer computer science, history, philosophy, so music and media. So again, a lot of different areas for our students. We do offer an honors program for those students with high talent. This is an opportunity to even work even smaller class sizes, working with professors even at a closer environment, doing research, study abroad, internships, and so forth. So we do have students and invite students to apply to that when they can. Study abroad, we definitely will take you overseas, and we definitely want you to build that resume, again, with honors, with research, and study abroad. So this last few minutes, I'm going to spend talking about our admissions criteria. We are, as you notice, test blind, or some people consider test free. We don't look at test scores for admissions or scholarships. So usually people will ask me, what do we look at? And so we do require your transcript from the high school. There is a letter recommendation, essay requirement. And so those are what we look at to do a more holistic review. Our early action deadline is November 15th, especially if those students are looking to go into our honors program. The honors program's actually deadline is December 1st, so that's coming up pretty soon. So I highly encourage students to apply early, but most students will apply probably February 15th. That's our priority deadline. And that's what we tend to tell students to apply by for scholarships consideration. So for our scholarships and what we offer some great merit scholarships starting at $14,000 and up to $23,000. These are yearly scholarships. They'll get this every year. The honors program that I mentioned earlier has a scholarship. We also have a social justice ensemble award for those students that are not music majors. Our ensemble award, we actually will have our students want to perform and be still involved in music, but not major in that. We have that. And of course, athletics. So definitely invite you to let me know about if you want to tour our campus. We do have virtual and in person. And with that, thank you very much. And I'm going to give my time back to the next presenter.
Thank you so much, Loyola University, New Orleans. We'll now have Hendrix College.
Okay, hello everybody. My name is William Roberts, and I am a regional admission counselor out of Northwest Arkansas for Hendrix. My colleague Beverly Wheeler would be the Texas regional admission counselor, and I'll make sure to provide her information in the chat link below at the end of my time. Just a few things about Hendrix here in my time. We are the #1 college in the state of Arkansas. This is for both academics, many of the things you see listed on the screen, and so much more. When we talk about financial aid and scholarships later, you'll see how Hendrix really is the best value for the opportunity you have. It's one of the most beautiful colleges and one of the most innovative schools in the country. And you can wrap this all up into a college that truly changes lives. Hendrix takes great pride in being involved in this organization and really making a change in students' lives beyond what just what academics or a major can do for a student. Hendrix is a small private liberal arts college located in Conway, Arkansas. We have right around 1,100 students, a 10-to-1 student to faculty ratio, an average class size of 16, and a classroom that's very diverse. We're represented by 38 countries, or 38 states and over 10 different countries. Beyond the academics, though, almost 50% of the experience is social life, and Hendrix has so many opportunities for students to get involved. We want students involved in our various organizations. We have 70 plus active organizations, 21 Division III sports teams, and so many great campus traditions available to students. On top of that, We offer incredible opportunities for learning. One of the biggest things about the opportunity at Hendrix is this idea of education outside of the classroom and the pursuit of individualized education outside of the classroom. At Hendrix, we want students taking advantage of opportunities to gain real-world skill sets, practical skills, and real-world experience within their area of interest. We have programs in place on campus to provide these opportunities. Outside of our 32 majors available to students and 15 pre-professional programs, the Odyssey program is a huge part of your academic experience at Hendrix. The Odyssey program is required for students to participate in, and this program provides the resources, funding, and faculty and staff support to pursue things like internships, study abroad, job shadowing, undergraduate research, investment in the arts, and so much more. The really cool thing about Odyssey, though, is it's all individualized. Students create their own experiences, students propose their own projects, and students have taken advantage of some really cool opportunities to learn through this program. We also want to ensure that students are gaining active career prep in their time. We have a program called Career Term required for students to participate in to where they're gaining real-world skill sets. During your sophomore year, students will go through this workshop where they learn how to do things like format their resume, set up a LinkedIn account, go through professional etiquette classes to learn how to network with alumni and other business professionals. I think one of the coolest classes that's offered at Career Term is how to shake a hand properly. That first opportunity to engage with someone, to meet someone and show them who you are, all starts with a handshake. So even down to that, the details of ensuring that students have these skills, have real world information and knowledge that will help them be successful, not only for their academic pursuit, but also their pursuit of a career. At Hendrix, so much more of learning is beyond the classroom. And it's really why we have this idea of college reinvented. It's because learning can take you anywhere and learning can be anything. When you have the faculty and staff support and the funding and resources available by the college to allow you to pursue really cool things, it is this idea of reinvention. With my last few minutes, let's cover the application process. It is free to apply, and we are test optional for both admissions purposes and scholarship consideration. Our only required materials are the application, your high school transcript, and the essay prompt, which is attached to the application. And then optional materials, of course, include the ACT and SAT, as well as recommendations. We also have great financial aid available to students, and this is where that value comes into play. When you apply, you are automatically considered for a merit-based scholarship that will range anywhere from $18,000 to $25,000. On top of this, we also have a tuition match program through Tuition Advantage, which ensures that Texas residents will not pay more in tuition and fees at Hendrix than they would at UT Austin. And then finally, we will meet 2 to 3% of need based off of the FAFSA. As I mentioned, thank you for the time. You can reach out to me, or you can get in contact with Beverly Wheeler, the official Texas admission counselor for Hendrix College, and we would love to have you come see campus.
All right, thank you so much, Hendrix College. I would love if all of the colleges could join us on the screen for a quick Q&A. And we're gonna start with the University of South Florida. What advice would you give someone going through the college search process?
I think my biggest piece of advice to give to students is to get in contact with your admissions recruiter, your regional recruiter. You'll notice that a lot of us here today said we work specifically with students in Texas, and we really are just here to help and guide you through this process.
All right, thank you. Ole Miss, what is one thing you want students to remember about your school?
Great question. This one, I'm gonna say one thing is that our size. A lot of people think just because we're in the SEC, Ole Miss is a huge university. Our size is actually around 17,000 undergrad students, which kind of makes it that sweet spot, right? It's not too big, not too small. A lot of people love to come to Ole Miss because you can do everything on campus right there. It's very compact. You can walk to all your classes, but still meet students from all over the country.
All right, thank you. The University of Alabama, what is one myth you'd like to debunk on the college admissions process?
I think one myth to debunk is that only students who score above average on an SAT or ACT can get into Alabama or any of the schools we're talking to this evening. We at Alabama are actually at a holistic review process, and so we are trying to get to know you as a whole person. And so more often than not, those test scores are going to help you rather than hurt you. And so definitely wanted to dispel that myth.
Thank you. Rollins College, what advice would you give someone going through the college search process?
Yeah, I think I heard one of my colleagues mention it earlier, and that is to use the net price calculator. So especially if you're considering early decision at a school, you should search net price calculator and the name of the college that you're looking at and put in some information about yourself and your family to get a general idea of what type of aid package that you might receive. I've dropped a link in the chat to ours so that you get an example of what it is, but basically search net price calculator, name of school, and it'll take you to that very valuable tool.
Awesome, thank you. Loyola University, New Orleans, what's one thing you want students to remember about your school?
One thing is that our small class sizes, especially for our music and media students, I think my slide said 8-to-1 student to faculty ratio. When students come in, those content creators, those students that want to get working on producing music, we give you the keys to our studio, state-of-the-art studios, and you get to create stuff as soon as you get here. So the thing is, when we say you really get your hands involved, you really do here.
Thank you. And Hendrix College, what is one myth you'd like to debunk on the college admissions process?
I think the biggest myth for me is that you don't have to know right away. And I think you should be encouraged and be willing to go out and explore, take different classes, find what it is that really that fits your interest. So many students will get into college thinking that they have this career plan lined out, and then they take that intro level class and it's completely not what they expected. And so just if you don't know, it's okay not to know, and know that there's people in the college and faculty and staff there to support you through that discernment process.
Awesome. Thank you all so much. And I want to thank you all for attending and joining us. When you close this window, there will be a link to a very quick 5-question survey, and we'd appreciate any feedback that you can provide. We encourage you to check back to the schedule and sign up for more sessions tonight, as well as later on in this week. If you'd be able to find this session's recording, as well as all of the other session recordings at strivescan.com/Texas. Thank y'all and have a great one.
Thanks, everybody.